What is going on, everyone? It's Sean with another Tesla video, and in this one I want to cover the top 5 Model 3 trade-in cars that Tesla shared with us on the 2018 Q2 earnings call earlier this week. I found it incredibly interesting and insightful to learn what people are trading in as they purchase their new Model 3. So we're going to cover that, talk a little bit about the numbers and the potential market share that's available for Tesla to grab, and some models for potential revenue tied to that market share. So let's dive in. So if you haven't seen this already, I'll cover the 5 cars that people are trading in as they purchase the Model 3. The first one is the Toyota Prius, then BMW 3 Series, and these are in no particular order, by the way. Third is the Honda Civic, Honda Accord. Fourth and last, Nissan Leaf. This actually came as a little bit of a surprise to me, as in my mind, I kind of assumed that people would be trading in their luxury sedans for a equal luxury car, but it's not the case at all. I just find it interesting that Tesla is pulling in some people from lower price cars into this Model 3 that doesn't even have a starting price point below $50,000 yet. So let's take a look at the trade-ins by percentage. You can see the BMW 3 Series represents just under 32%. You have the Toyota Prius at about 20%, Nissan Leaf 3%, and then Honda representing strong here. Honda Civic 21.5%, Honda Accord 23.4%. As my friend Ben Solins mentioned in his video about this topic, Honda is definitely in trouble. If this market share for trade-ins represents about 40% or over 40% for Honda, they're going to be in some serious trouble, I think, long term. Now, the percentages here may look a little bit different from what you may have seen from some others. I tried to get as direct information from automakers' quarterly reports, so there may be some variance and some percentage differences in what I've got and what you may have seen from some others who've reported on this, but should be pretty close to accurate. So let's take a look at the annual volume that's represented here from these 5 automobiles. You can see over a 5-year period what those numbers look like. And consistently, it looks like 1.5 million cars are represented here on an annual basis, with 2017 being the slowest year so far. I think that big drop is represented in the Toyota Prius. That car is definitely going downhill. And if we were to incorporate the average sale price suggested by Elon Musk on a previous earnings call, they predict it will be around $42,000. Now, I understand that's probably not the case right now, since, as I mentioned before, you can't buy a Model 3 for less than $50,000 right now because of the required premium options you have to get at the moment. But let's just kind of go really conservative with this and say that $42,000 would be the average sale price of the Model 3. What does Tesla's potential revenue look like based on market share of these 5 trade-ins? Let's take a look. So you can see here that I've done 4 different models at different market share percentage. From left to right, you've got 5%, 15%, 25%, and then 50%. So what I've done is averaged out the production volume over a 5-year period, looking back of those 5 vehicles, and come up with an average of 1.4 million cars annually. And if we assume a $42,000 average sale price for the Model 3, we can get some really good ideas on what it would look like revenue-wise for Tesla if they took percentages of market from these 5 automakers. At 5% market share, that's $3 billion of revenue for Tesla. 15%, $9 billion. 25%, $15 billion. And 50%, which I think could be very possible for Tesla, $30.3 billion of revenue annually just for the Model 3. it starts to make a lot of sense as to why Tesla is so confident about profitability for the company just based on Model 3 sales numbers. And this data doesn't even incorporate any trade-ins from owners of luxury car makers. I'm extremely bullish on Model 3's potential. I think that it's going to gobble up a lot of market from some automakers that maybe weren't anticipating, including the 5 mentioned on this video. What are your thoughts on the market share? How much do you think Tesla will take from these 5 companies? Do you think it'll be on the more conservative end of 5% or on the higher end of 50% or more? Sound off in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one.